Boom! Alrighty, we're just gonna get going with this. Good evening, everyone. Ooh, new to the ephemeral is new, I'm pretty sure. Why is this... Yeah, why is this happening to me is a good question. Getting everything is no different from death. We're starting this one light. Pillars of Insight, Logic Grids, Wandering Echoes, Leitmotifs. This should be a pretty easy enclave, I think. No 2x2s, connect everything. Okay. The no 2x2s means that there must be at least a light cell. Because if these three are all dark cells, this must be light to stop the 2x2s. Which means there is actually only one way this can possibly work. And it's that. No 2x2s, connect everything. So dark, light, light. That's the start. These have to be light to escape. This has to be dark to escape. 2x2, escape. Now this can't be light because we'd end up with a light corner, so this is dark, it's a light. Okay. Connect all light cells and we don't have any light cells. Okay. So the trick here, one of these two must be a light cell. One of these two must be a light cell. So all of these have to be light cells to connect them. And in fact, this one has to be a light cell as well. Now, this is a dark cell. This would be light and separated, so this must be a light cell. This has to be connected, so it has to come around the bottom. And thus, and then we have the same thing if we can't allow a little sort of exclave in the corner. So that's going to be light, those have to be dark. We're getting into this. No 2x2s and connect everything. These have to escape to start. Now if dark just connected straight across, you'd end up with 2x2s all over the place. So the only way I see this working, dark connects along the bottom but also takes this. So you end up with that pattern. No 2x2s, so we start by fixing that. This is going to have to escape over the top. Here. And this is a 2x2, so this has to be light. Now, whichever one of these is light, the other one must be dark. So all of these are dark, because it's going to have to connect to this. Now, if this is dark, we have an exclave, so this is light. These have to be dark to connect. This must be light to connect. This has to be dark, so this has to be dark. Nice and easy. We know these have to be dark, whatever happens, because these have to connect somehow. Now, there's going to be something funky with the pattern here. Okay, we start along the top. So if this is dark, this is light and trapped. So this must be light. And that is going to work for all of these. Now, clearly these two can't be dark because they would just be stuck. So these must be light. That creates some 2x2s. These all have to escape. These all have to escape. This has to escape. That's how we disambiguate that. Now, if this was dark, these would have to be dark, so this has to be light. And you get that same pattern repeat across there. So you get that kind of effect. And there we go. Grids, logic grids, everything has to connect to everything. Oops, it helps if you press the right buttons. This is going to have to escape out here somewhere. And this is going to have to... So the light... This must be a light cell. So this must be a dark cell. This must be a dark cell. So light, dark, light. Okay, this is going to actually quite neatly force itself, I think. A little bit like that. Let's see where this thing goes. But stay on the path, will you? Where are you going now? Over the bridge. That looked like a hidden cube. Oh, and we actually have to find hidden cubes for the bonus. I hear a hidden cube. Where is it? That's there. I also see a piece of a leitmotif. I hear another hidden cube, and I see one here. I'm still hearing hidden cubes. A lot of hidden cubes. Search the environment and connect everything? Well, I think we have a hint. Oh, that's what I meant to do. Hidden cube. These hidden cubes are going to drive me mad. There's actually one enclave from the first area that I think the only puzzle of like 103 that I haven't completed is a hidden cube, and I just cannot find it. It goes... Wait. Oh, that's super wonky. No, okay, not entirely sure which way that one goes, actually. Never mind. There is a cube around here somewhere, though. There's one. But yeah, look, there is a leitmotif. Can I get it lined up is the next question. Yes. There's a cube. There had to be at least one up in the eaves. Ah, the cubes have shut up for a minute. Nope, they're back. He was so close to being free. There's gonna be a lot of them, though. I mean, we know how many there are. There are 20 of them. But... no wonder I could hear it. Right, logic grids. Okay, connect all the light and dark cells. If this one was light, that's already broken, so that must be dark. Which means that must be dark. And if that was dark, this would be broken, so this must be light. So this must be light. Now these can't go around each other, which means that I think we have to do it like this way. If this was light, that would be trapped. This has to be dark, light, light, dark. That was not as difficult as I was expecting that one to be, if I'm honest. Larger grids, larger grids. Connect all light and dark cells. I was about to say this one must be light, but that's not... Or, yeah. But this one could in fact be dark, and that could be light. So that did not help in any way. This one, though, must be dark. So this one is light. Dark. Light. Light. Dark. Light. Okay, that one is light, but I couldn't have guaranteed that at the beginning. This has to escape. This has to escape. Now, at this point, either of them could go around the outside, because this could loop around here. And then the light cells go up there. Or the light cells can loop around here. Oops, that's not a button I meant to click. There's light, 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 light. Is that actually solvable either way? Oh. Idiot. Yeah, okay. No, it's not. Hidden cube, hidden cube. Hidden cube. No 2x2s of anything and connect everything. Okay, so that's a choke point, that's a choke point, and that's a choke point. Okay, now this is going to be a 2x2, so that has to go here. That separates this whole side off. Okay. The dark can't connect up through here, because that would separate this, so that has to go that way. This is a choke point. This is now a choke point. That has to go around there. And then that last bit had to work out that way because of the 2x2 and connect rules, essentially. I kind of just skipped over that because I'd already seen what the solution was. But we weren't on any of the, like, complex puzzles yet. Where do you think you're going? Okay, there's going to be another environment one there, by the looks of it. There is a hidden block. Also, we have things to learn. Oh, it's the Auroral. We have... Oh, no, okay, you're talking to Nutu. that just hurts my brain. Pretty sure there's some kind of auditory war going on between at least 2 hidden cubes. At least one of them's going to be underneath, I reckon. Aha, there. Can't get closer, it's in a stupid place. There's one. Where are you off to? You're still going? How do you have the energy? Okay, no 2x2s, connect everything. Are there any obvious 2x2s already? No, but we can use the rule here. So if this was a dark cell, these would both be light and broken. So this must be a light cell and escape. Same if this was a dark cell, this would be broken. This must be a light cell. This has to escape. Any more useful... Oh, I guess we can do the same thing down here, right? So if this was a light cell, this would be broken, so this must be dark and escape. This was a light cell, this would be broken, so this must be a dark cell. Now, if this was a light cell, all of these would have to be light cells, which would break. So that must be dark. In fact, how far through can we make this go? If this was a light cell, these would both be light cells, that would break. So this must be a dark cell. I suspect we can do something similar in here. This was a light cell, all these would be light. Fine. This was a light cell, these would still be light. That doesn't work. This was a light cell, this would be light. If this was a light cell, this would be light. And if this was... this would have to be... Wow. This now has to escape, which makes this a dark cell. This has to escape. Also, we know that this must be a light cell, and this must be a light cell. I just kind of forgot to fill them in. But we also know that must be a dark cell. It can't be anything else, really, up there. Hey, Ellie! I think at the moment, at least, these could be light cells, because that would just make these dark, and they can at least connect up this way. These corners seem like they could be interesting. Okay, so this is a light cell. This must be a dark cell. Does that help? Not directly. But there ever a world where this is a light cell? This is light, this is dark, and this is dark. This is light, this is dark, this must be dark, this must be dark. This is light, these must be dark. If this is light, both of these must be dark. It tells us that exactly one of these is a light cell. Or at most, actually. They could all be dark cells. But at most, one of them is a light cell. Now, is there anything interesting here? Not direct. Although, actually, this must be a dark cell, because otherwise this is all trapped. And now this must be a light cell. Which is what we wanted, because now this whole area is trapped. But this is a 2x2, so there must be at least one dark cell in it. Because if this was all light cells, it breaks the rule. So all of those must be dark cells. Because if you assume that this is the dark cell, and there is only one, it still has to connect. However, there must be at least 2 dark cells here. Because if this was light, this would have to be dark for 2x2, this would have to be dark to escape. So I think at the very least... Yeah, so actually we can do this the other way here. If this was light, this would be dark and trapped, so this is dark. If this was light, this would be dark and trapped, so this is dark. This has to be dark to escape. If this was dark, you'd either have a 2x2 or a trapped light cell. This must be light, this must be dark, this must be dark. In fact, this whole section here is now separated, so these must be dark, and we have the same pattern we had in this corner of the dark can't come through this way, because the dark still has to connect over here. So this must be dark, this must be light, this must be dark. Dark has to go over here. Dark also has to go here. This light now has to escape, and has to escape here. That's now disambiguated through the 2x2 rule. And dark to connect it all. There we go, nice and straightforward. Right, now back to listening for hidden cubes. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's only 3 hidden cubes left. That's not too bad. No 2x2s connect everything. Well, okay, so these Y patterns, first of all, we have to put the off colours in all of the spaces. And up here, they have to escape. And interestingly, the light one is completely blocked off. So whatever happens, these light cells have to go over here. And in fact... No, okay, we don't know here because they could go either way. No, they can't. If this was light, this can't be anything. this must be dark, this must be light, light, dark, light, dark for the 2x2 rule, light to escape. This has to be dark to escape, and light for the 2x2 rule. This has to be dark to escape in any case, which gives us a 2x2 rule issue. So that can go there. Now, if this was dark, we'd have a trapped light section, or a 2x2. So this must be light, dark to escape, 2x2 rule, dark to escape, dark to escape. Now, if this was dark, this would be broken, so this must be light, this must be light, and everything else must be dark to connect. Again, nice and straightforward. Okay, I haven't actually quite worked out here what the easy way up is. It looks like that one gives you a bunch of time. So I think it actually expects you to do the runaround. Wait, where did it go? Over here. There we go. Oops. That's never one. Okay, no, that's actually the one that was on the outside. I thought that was a truly horrendous hidden cube for a second. That one was pretty horrendous, though. Sounds like there's still one in the area. Okay, so we've got a dark and a light. Whoa! Did not mean to run off the edge. Did not realise that was going to be possible. Okay, so you have like... like that, and then dark, dark, and the top right, and then the exact opposite pattern with the light cells. I think it's like that, and now we can start solving it. So the first thing, we've actually got a kind of double choke point situation going on. So we know some things have to be true. Like that, basically. That's not the one I meant to press. That was the one I meant to press. I was thinking here. Now we've got some 2x2 situations going on. Do this pillar. Okay, underclude grids. Well, there's a choke point here. That one's obvious. I mean, this is just a less obvious choke point. Because if the light cells ever came through the middle, this would be trapped. It's the same puzzle. I mean, again, you can't come through there, and if the light cells did, like, that kind of thing, they would still have to take those three. I mean, this is kind of the same logic. Imagine any path between these two dark cells that didn't touch this. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of weird and wonderful shape you do, everywhere inside that boundary must be a dark cell. And in every case, that must be a dark cell. Tiles remaining 12. Okay. So the most, or the two routes that constrain the least of the grid are around the edges. And then anything further in, you get the same pattern. But, like, these dark cells can never take these, and vice versa. So these must be all light, these must be all dark. Tiles remaining 12. This is the same thing, right? So we know that whatever happens, those have to be connected. Because of the border rules. I'm pretty sure those have to be connected. Those have to be connected. Okay. Now I need to do some counting and see if my logic is correct. But because of where these are, the light squares are going to have to fill up everything on the outside of wherever this loop goes. So, like, up here always has to be light. Because the route that allows for the most dark squares is for the light cells to go around the edge. And that is indeed the answer. Okay, so how about this one? Oh, this is actually a solve the whole thing. Okay. So, if this were to just connect here, then light cells to there. That would have to go dark. Yeah, I don't think this one can connect through the middle. If this forms a barricade here, then your light cells have to go around the edge of that barricade. Maybe... Actually, does this work? So you end up with sort of... No, it can't do. Let's go around the edge of the barricade. Which means that you either connect up here, and you've got a left-right split, or you connect the light cells across here, and it traps this. So I think we say that must be light, and by the same token, that must be dark. Now, what's the next step in this one? Because it's going to be more of this border stuff, right? So, like, if you have the border here, does that kind of work, actually? So the light cells go around the edge here, and then connect like that. And the dark cells go around the edge here, and yeah, that works. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Right, now where's this stupid hidden cube? Well, putting the camera in the water is unpleasant. there's one. Oh, I've just seen another logic grid there. Sounds like the last hidden cube is up here as well. Oh, was that it? Bam. Oh, that's not all 20. That was just find 20. Oh, there's going to be loads of them. Okay, no 2x2s. We can do this. I think that's all the initial 2x2s. And everything has to connect. So these have to escape. These have to escape. This has to escape. Okay. This is light. I think that works, because this would be dark, 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 light. This was light. It would be dark, dark, light. Since at the moment there are no other choke points anywhere. So these light cells can connect this way and across the top. Or they can connect through this way. And then that would be dark, dark, light. Dark, light. Ah, that way doesn't work because it breaks over here. So it can't connect through the middle, it must connect across the top. So that one is light, that one is dark. That one is dark, that one is dark. This one has to be light just to prevent a 2x2 from happening. And then we do that. I was so happy when I thought there were only 20 hidden cubes in this area. And of course, now I think that there are going to be like 500. I'm finding them everywhere. There's another one even there. I thought I saw another wandering echo over here. Oh, there is another light motif though. Campaign quest Autumn Falls complete. So we've got 1 pillar, 8 logic grids, 2 echoes, 4 light motifs. Ooh, tougher logic. No 2x2s, connect everything. Yeah, okay. So this dark cell, at least, can only connect to this one around the back. Because if it ever tried to connect here, you can't connect to the light cells. So you can start off by saying all of those must be dark. Now, could this ever be a light cell? It would have to connect to other light cells somehow. And it can't do that without blocking off at least one dark cell. So this must be a dark cell. Now, can this ever be a dark cell? That would make this a light cell by the 2x2 rule. And it would have to connect to one of these two somehow. So that would block everything in. So this can't be dark. So this must be light. This must be dark. And now you can start doing the same thing around the edge in general. And in fact, based on that pillar of insight we did, can any of these edges ever be a light cell? And I'm going to say the answer to that is no. Because either this one now connects there. Actually, could it be? No, it could be, I think, couldn't it? If this one connects there... No, yeah, if this one connects there, then we block off this light cell. If this one connects there, we block off this dark cell. So all of these around the edge must be dark. But that makes those two light. Now the question is how everything else connects. So if that's light, that has to be dark by force. I think that's okay though, because you just get light cells here, dark cells here, and a light cell here. There's a hidden block. I swear I'm going to be seeing hidden blocks in my sleep, and like every time I close my eyes, these hidden blocks are horrendous. Like, I love the puzzles, but there's just so many of them. Okay. So we've got these sorts of edge things again. So I'm going to say, based on our pillar of insight again, that those must be same colour the whole way around. Ah, there's also no 2x2 restriction in this one, which is interesting. There's also, I'm noticing, a choke point sort of thing going on. And the way that's working, I think, like this one can't connect across here. As soon as this is a dark cell, this is trapped. And you have the same thing up here. Which means now this has to go across there. This is now trapped in here. The only way it gets out is that way. And then that, yep. Honestly, doing that Pillar of Insight has made me realise how often I was working out some of this logic from first principles every time. And being able to go, yeah, well, the Pillar of Insight told us that that was correct logic, so we're just going to use that now. It wasn't on the tree, it was on the stump. Okay. Dark cells must exist in this grid, beyond here. So that must be dark to start with. So this must be light, this must be dark, this must be light. This must be light, dark, dark. So that's got to connect somehow. I was going to say one of these must be light and one must be dark, but also this one must be light and this one must be dark. This one must be dark. For a moment I thought I'd broken it, but we can still escape over here, so it's fine. This one must be light. This one must be light. Dark, 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 dark. Light, dark, light. I like the ones where it's just like clearly you have to alternate because it's the only thing you can do. That must be light. That must be dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, 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 dark. Echo! The dolphin. It took me so many years as well to realise like how clever that name is as a pun. Okay, we're back on 2x2 rules. So this must be light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, dark, light, dark, light, light to escape, dark to escape. Also in the middle here, we've now got dark, dark, light, dark, dark to escape, light, light to escape. And here we've got the general corner shenanigans. And then we just need to connect them up. Okay, there is a light motif somewhere here. Ooh, hello. No 2x2s, so this must be light. Oh hey, I've just seen the 1, 2, 3. Cute. Okay, so dark, 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 light, dark, dark, light, dark, dark. Well, these have to escape, so clearly there. So light, yep. I kind of saw that one coming. But, you know, you've got to prove it conclusively. This is actually a choke point down here, so that's got to happen. This has to be light, so dark, so light. This is a choke point, so dark. This is actually a choke point as well. And now this must be light and dark. And just to connect everything, that has to be the case around the edge. Apparently there's another pillar of insight. So no 2x2s, connect everything. Well, okay, so light cells go through the middle then. 2x2s, 2x2s. These have to escape somehow. That's got to be dark. That's got to be light. This is now a choke point. I mean, we know there must be at least one light cell in each of these corners, so it's not a surprise. This is actually a choke point. We know we have to come down here anyway, so these have to be light. Dark to go around the edge. Light, dark. Can this ever be dark? No, because it would forcibly cut us off, so this must be light, so this one must be dark. And now we have to have at least one in this corner that's light, so that has to be the case. And then just connect them up. Right, now back to trying to work out this light motif I was looking at. Evil. There we go. I wonder if this game is clever enough to work out that you're just clicking absolutely everything to try and find hidden cubes. Because it always tells you to get closer if you find it and you're not close enough to allow it to trigger. So you could just click everything. Where are you going now? This is one of the loopy ones. Wait, what? You've already been here. But we take the Mirabilis, So 2 grids, 3 light motifs, 1 pillar of insight. That look like a light motif over there? That looks kind of leitmotify, right? Maybe? Maybe I'm just also hallucinating leitmotifs now. They do love hiding hidden cubes, like, underneath start points and the like. New flow orbs spawned in lucent portals. Good to know. Okay, so dark and light both have to get out of here. So we're going to have some funky border stuff happening. So the light ones are going to have to come out along the top, which means that the dark ones will have to come out along the bottom and kind of go up around the edge here. Yep. Got it. I thought I saw another one there. See what I mean about hallucinating hidden cubes after a bit? Everything is a hidden cube. That one is, though. I'm here. Okay, this is the last grid we need. Connect everything to these corners. So how do these corners connect to their end walls? Like, theoretically, you could connect them Is there a world... Is there a world where you could connect them, like, through... No, there isn't. Really, because of the way this is set up. So I think what I'm saying is that you just have to do it this way. I didn't say it in so many words, but that's what I was saying. Basically, because of where those outside corners were, there was no way they connected, like trying to do a zigzag thing through the middle. Because anything they did to try and do that would block off the other colour. So the side that each colour was on was dictated by where its outside corner was, essentially. Still need 3 light motifs and a pillar of insight. I haven't even seen another pillar of insight, have I? Got that one, and we've got the one down at the start. We've got lag already, that's always good. Yeah, why am I not surprised that there's hidden cubes around here? Like that one. 73 puzzles solved. Okay, so no 2x2s again. Okay, so we have to start in the middle, right? So this must be light. This can't be dark because it would trap this corner. So that has to be light. If this was dark, it would trap this corner. And if this was dark, it would trap this corner. That's quite neat. I quite like that as a thing. And now all of these in the middle must be dark. Because otherwise they would... Like, so you start with that one. That had to be dark. Or it would make a 2x2. And then it has to escape, essentially. Is kind of what I'm saying there. But very, very badly. Now this must be light. This is dark. These are all light, which traps this. So this must be light. And if any one of these is dark now... No. That only worked there because of the 2x2 rule. If this is dark... This is light, and that's absolutely fine, and this can be dark and this can be light, so that's actually okay, although this must be dark, looking at it, which means that now these must all be light. And now what happens if this is dark? There's a problem here. So this is light, this is dark, this is light. These are all dark to escape. In fact, I think these are all dark now. Yep. As I start looking at that in more detail, it's like, oh yeah, clearly they all must be dark. We need a pillar of insight, and we need light motifs. You'd think the pillar of insight would be the easy part of that. Did I? No, okay, I did actually remember to silence my phone for once. Can you hear that? Oh, damn it. Now there's another one. I was going to say, it's the sound of no hidden cubes. And then I took a step and heard the sound of a hidden cube. So we haven't looked too much at this building down here. I wonder if there's a thing of funkiness somewhere. By which I mean a place we can get inside the building and there's like a pillar of insight. My words do not exist today. There's more stairs. The stairs did not help. Okay, there's a leitmotif though. There's at least one leitmotif. Not entirely sure. Ah, there we go. I was trying to say I'm not entirely sure where we look at it from, but the answer was here. Ooh, hello, another wandering echo. Wait, have we not done that logic grid? Ooh, also, leitmotif. Viewed from here. Connect everything. Sure, easy. These will have to be light just to escape. This must be light to escape. Ah, this is actually a very weirdly shaped choke point. But that has to be true. These must be dark to escape. This must be dark by border rules. Now the border rules are over because we actually could... No, we still can't, can we? I thought there was... The dark ones would be okay, but that would trap the light ones. So actually, that must be the case. Which means that must be the case, and that must be the case. I should trust the pillars of insight. That's what I'm learning here. There's definitely another leitmotif there. But where do we view that one from? Oh, that's weird. That's like almost looking straight down, I think. I can't be bothered to walk the long way around. From like up here somewhere. Oh, damn it. I don't think it's from here. Either that or it's from over here. That's possible. Oh, okay, it's from over here. What? Oh, wow. That's not where I thought it was. Hey, it's going alright, Ellie. I'm fighting the brain fog, but thankfully playing games like this actually kind of helps me, so... actually being forced to live talk through the logic. I just need to work out... oh, it's up there. I was about to say, I need to work out where the last Pillar of Insight is, and then I just looked up. Which means we now just need to climb this cliff. No, it's 3 pips. I thought it might have been a 3-star puzzle. I got excited. No 2x2s, connect all the things. What did I just do that for? That was me not thinking. So there has to be at least one light cell up here, and here, and here. And there must be at least one dark cell in each of these. Oh, the Windows scheduler is awful. So if you have... like this pattern, which I think you must because you've got the light cell in the middle, you end up with this, which works. Also, if you're running servers where, like, performance is important, there is a registry hack that it's worth doing to disable... it's some part of, like, HD audio or something. And it's a registry setting for consumer-level Windows stuff that... there was more logic than that. That had to be light, for one thing. But yeah, there's something about it that audio or multimedia in general will preempt the network stack. So if you're doing performance networking in any of your server applications... I would turn that on. I mean, that must be light. It can't not be light. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I just realised there's no 2x2 rule. Yeah, okay. So the reason for these checkerboards is... like, how would this have ever been a dark square? Like, this would have had to have somehow looped around and separated one of these. So, like, the same thing here. If this one just loops around and gets into here, you're stuck. Like, if this one is ever a light cell, this has to connect to it, so one of these is broken. So this must be a dark cell. And then this must be a light cell, and this must be a dark cell. Hey look, it's the checkerboard lemma. So everything has to connect, which means no checkerboarding, which means no checkerboarding, which means no checkerboarding, which means no checkerboarding. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough, Ellie. It's one of the things that I usually just find is worth mentioning because people don't know, basically. Checkerboards, 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 checkerboards. So many checkerboards. And that one. Okay, and I guess this one. So I've also made a decision earlier that as far as the stream goes, we're going to try and get the Mirabilis, or every Mirabilis for every area. And then I will maybe do some like Discord only streams, or maybe just do some of them offline to get completion for all of the areas. Because like this one, we've done 83 puzzles with 44 remaining. And most of those are just going to be hidden cubes. Which are going to be a colossal pain. Cool, I will do then. What I might actually do is look at setting up a role for people who are interested in specifically when I do Discord stuff. And then I can just ping that role. That seems like it's probably the logical thing to do. But that also requires me to take the effort to set it up. Okay, Shady Wildwood, where are you? You are over this way. I see crystal labyrinths. Ooh, who are you? Oh, it's Elohai again. The known realm is old. Shady. Reflections in the sky. And Vanishing Point, and Cloud of Pearls. I guess we start with the one that seems relatively close. Ooh, logic box. Thing, whatever. No teas. Or no dark teas. But all the dark cells must be connected. We don't have to connect all the light cells this time, though, and that's kind of confusing me. Okay, can we ever connect through this? Like, if this is a light cell, it forces these to all be dark cells. This must be a light cell. Then you have one of these, then must be a dark cell. And the other one must be a light cell. Because otherwise you'd have like a T-shape here. And if this one's a dark cell, also you'd have these are light cells. I'm kind of chasing that quite a long way. And I usually find that's not a useful way to think about these. Where else do we have obvious issues? Can this ever be a dark cell? This is a dark cell. This must be a light cell. Dark cell. And then these would be light. So this must be a light cell. Can this ever be a dark cell? I mean, I think so. We just need to be a bit careful, because if this is ever a dark cell, one of these must be a light cell. And we don't have the fun, like, border rule because we don't have to connect light cells. Which makes this trickier. It also means, yeah, so unless you are connecting all of both colours, you don't get the border rule or the checkerboard rule. Which is a shame, because those are very powerful rules. Could this ever be a light cell, is the question, I think. That would make all of these dark cells. Dark cell, dark cell. Those would... Yeah, you couldn't connect out this way, I don't think, with any degree of ease. Interestingly, I'm just going to put some stuff in, because I think if you ever get that, you're stuck. Because it doesn't matter where you put a dark cell to exit a 2x2, you're going to create a T-shape. So you can also never have a 2x2. That might be useful. Are there any other shapes you just cannot have? I think that's it, but it's worth remembering. Because it means that, for example, at least one of these must be a light cell. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to take a break from this one because I can't see what the answer is right now or where we're supposed to go. Oh, it's a proverb. Two who stand together have one shadow. Is that really true, though? Cannot resist Crystal Labyrinth. So many labyrinths. This is a very wide labyrinth. Labyrinth's got thick. Damn it, went the wrong way. Where's the gap? There's the gap. No. That way then. So the problem with these is sometimes it's just very hard to see which bits are and aren't walls. She says still beating the expert time by 40 seconds, but that's not the point. Do not go to the fracture, then the unknown will come to me on its own. What do you mean? We are balanced on a fine edge. The fracture is widening, and I fear it could shatter again at any moment. Good to know. Areas containing this symbol must be symmetrical? Oh, wow, okay. Oh, that's tripping me up. Like this. Also, that's mean. That symbol's across two cells. Okay, no, it's just one big cell, I guess. Oh, they're the lotuses. Something's just made a whole load of sense to me, and I will show you all in a moment. What did I just do? I meant to do that, actually. Okay, if I go to Encyclopedia, Mysteries, Twist of Fate, stand upon the highest land in the known realm and fly towards the worlds within worlds. Halfway there, drop to the ground and solve the lone logic grid in the area. It harbours a secret if all lotuses are rotated an eighth of a turn clockwise. Where are you yeeting us? Oh, you have actually decided to remove that now. Thank you. Okay. Wait, is it symmetric about that? I think it is, yeah. That is sneaky. Okay. That, I think, is done. Oh, this is gonna hurt my brain. My poor, poor, tired brain. I don't like it. Stop it. They're all in different directions. Oh. I think... So, like, this one must be light, which forces this. And same here, and now here, and here. Technically, these could both be dark. Oh, no, because now we've got this, so that one has to be light. Fine, it's going to force us to do the thing. Because now this has to be symmetric in both directions. Which is kind of what I was expecting that to end up doing, but... Logic grids, pentad, fine, we'll do a pentad. Oh, this whole enclave is hurting my head. I love the aesthetics of it, but also why? Whoa, let's... When I... Oh, hello. That's not entirely what I was expecting to happen over there. Okay, so you have to be symmetric. Double symmetric. Excellent. So that one forces that, and now this one is going to force that. Stop being double symmetric. think that's it. I think this is actually the solution and all the rest are dark squares, because if you connect these two, they are no longer symmetric about the lotus. And that seems to be the thing. Yeah. So, like, these two can connect, and these two can connect. And that's probably what's going to happen. But so that's symmetric there. That's actually symmetric there. No. Yes? Symmetric about this line. Yep, so this can't connect because it would have to reflect weirdly. Love these puzzles. No. Love these puzzles, but this might not be my night for doing these puzzles. Please excuse me while I tilt my head in weird angles so I can actually try and see what I'm doing. Okay, that's that one. That has to have that. Which actually means this. Now means that. That one's okay on that axis. But... hang on, wait, what did I just do? That has to be like this. What does this connection do? It does something awful. Then there has to be there. This is doing something truly horrendous, and I don't like it. Oh, that's supposed to be that colour. So that's actually okay. That's now okay. This one. So this one now needs to have, like, that, right? I think I can kind of see what this one is doing, but I still don't like it. Really going to make us keep going, huh? Now that one mirrors it down to here. This one mirrors it back up to here. This one mirrors it back down to here. These can't ever possibly connect because those have the same orientation in a different axis. These puzzles especially, Ellie, are something. These two in the middle were the ones that were doing all the work there. That was... My brain does not have the energy to deal with this. As much as I love this game, kind of looking forward to doing something a bit different tomorrow. And I also am not liking how these lotuses interact with letters. Let's go do that. That has to go out there. That has to go there. Yeah. That's gonna be a pain, because we kind of want to separate this. But we can do that. A lot of that one was just trying to work out how to disconnect the lotuses from the rest of the grid. Because if you could do that, the puzzle was actually kind of pretty straightforward. And then, like I say, the question was always, okay, how do I make these lotuses not be here? Please. Thank you. Big old temple-y place there. Okay. Got some numbers. We can do numbers. We've previously done numbers. None of the numbers can connect to a lotus, is the thing that I'm seeing here. Because like, if this 5 ever connected to this lotus, it would have to be mirrored to here, which doesn't work. So, where can the 5 go? The 5's always going to have at least this. The 2's not particularly constrained. The 3 is not particularly constrained. Oh, actually, we ought to know some other things, don't we? Like, this must be dark, or this lotus is broken. Okay, I'm starting, I think, to get the hang of lotuses a little bit. Ooh, that's not what I meant to press. Okay, now that has to be dark for lotus. That has to be light for lotus. The 5 we've already worked out cannot connect to a lotus. Okay. this must now be part of the 5, whatever happens. This 2 cannot connect to the Lotus for multiple reasons, so that must be dark. 4 can now not connect here. Two cannot connect here, 4 can't connect here, so that has to be the case. There we go. I'm getting my head around the lotuses. They're still trippy, but I'm getting there. Oh, come on. I can hear us still bouncing. Okay. So this has an interesting trick. So all the A's have to be connected, which means because this A is already connected to a lotus, the A's must mirror around this lotus, and same with the B's. So we know this one, we know this one, we know this one. We know this one, we know this one, we know this one. And then this one has to escape, so that has to be the case. And same here, in fact, this one has to escape, so that has to be the case. And also that's mirrored there, so that... Actually, that didn't... Except it was a choke point, so it did have to be the case. We're safe. Interestingly, it now doesn't matter which way this one connects, because it has to connect both ways. That's opposite a null, and that's already blocked off, so that has to be the case. That has to be the case for this mirror, now looking at this other lotus. This has to be the case, which means we're going here, 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 and opposite a null. I do love how they've absolutely leaned into the aesthetics of this island, though. No, I decline. You can't make me. Okay. Could this ever be a light cell? No. Same with this one. Same, in fact, with this one. These are the same direction and same axis. They're fine. Same with these. They're fine. So one of these is a light cell, the others are all darks. Also, this must be a dark cell, actually. Because we're connecting all the dark cells, so that has to escape. Oh. So if this was a light cell, this would be a light cell. These would all be dark. This would be dark. And then 2 of these would be dark. That doesn't really tell us anything. Interesting though, if this is light, this is dark. If this is light, this is dark. Because we end up with this same reflection pattern there. Also, actually, yeah, because we already have a dark cell there. That must be dark. And only one of these is a dark cell in the rest of this column. But 4 of those. Are there any ways this cannot work? Okay, so if we say that this was a light cell, this would be a light cell, these are now connected. Because they're connected, these must be light cells. And that would make all the rest of these into dark cells, which would make this a dark cell. I can't visualize this, so I'm going to have to just mark it in and see how it turns out. So that one reflects to there. That reflects both of these up here. This is a 5, so all of those... Oh, okay. Yeah, didn't think of the fact that was connected, so that would have had to have become a light cell. That one is still a dark cell, though. So I think this one then can't be a light cell. So that can't be a light cell. So that can't be a light cell. So that can't be a light cell. Do we have the same logic here then? If this is light, 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 light... No, because it doesn't run into the 5, which is where we had the problem. It would make this a dark cell, which would be fine. If this is a light cell, that's fine. That just makes this a light cell. This is a light cell. This becomes a light cell, which makes this a choke point. Is that useful yet? Possibly not. One of the cells in this column is a light cell. The rest are all dark cells. Where can the light cell not be? Could it be here? I think so. If that's a light cell, then you just get all of these are dark cells. That has to be a dark cell. That has to be a dark cell. These have to escape somehow. Only one of these can be a dark cell. Actually, that I think is the interesting question now. Only one of these along here could be a dark cell. So if you say the dark cell is here, that actually forces this to be a choke point, because you end up with that. It also forces that to be a dark cell, but that's not worth quite so much right now. It also, though, means that the light cell here has to be there. And then all of those are dark cells. That's much more interesting. That makes this a dark cell as well. And one of these two. So that has to be light, and that has to be light. Which means that must be dark, that must be light. This has to be dark to escape. This is a choke point, so that must be the case. However, this could be anything, it doesn't actually matter, which is problematic. If you say that this is, either of these is a dark cell, then light cell, light cell, light cell. Yeah, that doesn't tell us that much. And there can't be a chain of light cells that connects these two sets together at all, because that would create absolutely broken symmetry. But I think probably around here is interesting because with the way these two work together, these are either all... Oh, okay, so these are either all black or all white. And if they're all... Or sorry, all dark or all light. And if they're all dark, this 3 is broken. So that can't happen. And in case you don't see it, so pick any one of the cells around this bottom lotus. So if you say this one, this lotus will reflect it to here. That's not true, actually, is it? Never mind. It reflects the opposite colour. Oh, no, actually, no, it's still true. It's just a bit further. So now this one can't be light because this lotus would try and reflect it to there, which it can't do. So it's a sort of anti-reflection. And now you have it feed back to this one. Light cells, it's much more obvious because that's a light cell that's connected. So now that does flip it over here. And this one flips the whole lot to there. So it's fewer logical steps. So I think those all do have to be light cells. And that makes this a dark cell by force. Could this ever be... No. Also, now this is connected, this one's going to reflect this back again. So that has to be a light cell. This must be a dark cell, because that lotus could never connect to this. And then 2 of these are dark cells. But it could never be the top and bottom pair, because that would make this a light cell, this would get trapped. So that one must always be a dark cell. One of these 2 must be, but you could have like that, or that, or that. So we don't have so much information about that one. Okay. Now, however, now, if this is a light cell, this is a light cell. So they're either both light or both dark. If they're both light, this is trapped. So these must both be dark. And in fact, they have to have that. So that's something. That feels like progress is happening. Yeah, and the reason we had the problem here and why this is the other colour is because if these were all light cells, you'd also reflect this one back to here, and 2 light cells here breaks this 5. You could only have 1, 2, 3, 4 dark cells that way. And we know that only 1 light cell is in these 3. Would a light cell be here? That would reflect to there. I mean, that would be fine. Yeah, because you... No! Yeah, okay, because of this one now. Yeah, missed that. So yeah, that actually has to reflect here. That has to reflect here. Now that has to be light. That has to be dark. Which means this one is going to reflect to here. That has to be dark. Light, dark, light, dark. Okay, good. Now this also has to be dark. Now we have created a choke point, which means that we can reflect that one. This can't be dark, because if this was the only dark one, we're trapped. So this is light. That reflects here, so this is light. And then that reflects, and that reflects. This is now light. This is a choke point. This is light. Now, one of these is dark and the other 2 are light. If this was the dark one, it's trapped. So this is light. If this is light, reflection is broken. But this is dark and this is light. Wow, that one was an experience. I liked it, but trying to wrap my head around solving Lotus puzzles in odd directions it's a trip. Let's find some relics. Relics are easy, right? I was about to say armillary rings are also easy, and then found this one. Relic. Oh, there, it did trigger. Good. I'm not saying I don't trust this area, but I definitely don't trust this area. A relic. We've already got that, right? Relic. 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 Okay, so you're not allowed to have any adjacent dark cells. But those have to be light. That makes a good starting point. Where can we put a dark cell that really breaks this? Here, actually. If this were to be a dark cell, this would be light. This would try and reflect here, it breaks. This must be a light cell. Does that one break it as well? Yes. I believe. Yeah, so actually, here's a good one. I think this can never connect to this, because this cell here would be here, and we're not allowed to reflect off the grid. So in fact, these must both be dark. These are both light. This is light. This is reflecting this way. This is reflecting this way. Now, if this was light, this would be light, and we have the same broken pattern, so we have to do that. Also, we now have the same thing here, that we can't connect these two because this will try and reflect off the side of the grid. So that has to be dark. They both have to be dark. This is now reflecting those dark cells. This has to be light. If this is... Oh, that's sneaky. So if this was a light cell, this one would reflect here, this one would reflect here, and it's broken. So that has to be dark. Which means they both have to be light. This now can't connect here. Or to here, in fact. So they both have to be dark. So that was a nice, like, relatively straightforward puzzle. Right, I'm going to find one more hidden archway to clear up the main Mirabilis for this one. And then I think we're going to come back later to finish off the rest, because there's a lot of stuff in this area, and my brain fog is too dense tonight. I'm not going to be able to get any further, I don't think. Not meaningfully, anyway. I'm guessing there's going to be an archway over here somewhere. Yep. And with that Mirabilis, I am going to call that one there. You have awakened. Lotus grids. Great. Cool. So, thank you everyone for joining me on the very trippy journey to Reflections in the Sky. We will see where it goes from here, I think. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Remember, next stream is going to be tomorrow instead of Friday. If you've been around for a while, feel free to guess in the Discord what you think tomorrow's stream is going to be. And or why I'm not streaming on Friday. And yeah, I will catch you tomorrow or on Monday. Bye for now.